Good day to you, my friends, and welcome. My name's Donato, and welcome to today's daily show. Well, we'll be talking about getting started with running. Yeah, how to get started in running. Let's go. Oh yes, guys, a very warm welcome to you. Today is Tuesday, the 18th of December. It's only 1 week till Christmas. Oh, I'm so excited. Are you excited? Is this one of your favourite times of the year? It is for me. I just can't wait. I know it's supposed to be for children, but I'm still a big child. Really, I am. Yeah, so looking forward to this. Oh, if you wanted to know, today's tea is peppermint. Is this in focus? Yeah. Peppermint. Deliciously refreshing peppermint infusion. Yes, can't wait. So, yummy. So, following on from yesterday, I just wanted to realise that there's a lot of you guys and gals who tune in every day, and I know there's a hardcore of you guys watching this each and every day, which I'm really, really grateful for. But I also realise there's a lot of people who stumble upon these vlogs and they don't know who I am, what I do, what I'm about. They've seen something, they've just clicked it. So I just want to give a quick little intro. Yeah, my name's Donato. I'm also known as the Reluctant Guru, or the Running Guru. The Running Guru name started as a bit of a prank a couple of years ago between me and the kids. We thought, what should we call the YouTube channel? So we went with Running Guru, because obviously I'm, being a dad, I'm the old man, an old man with grey hair, guru. And just be careful what you wish for. So yeah, obviously now 57 years old, so you may be stumbling upon this. This is 27. I feel 27. I might even feel young, but yeah, 57 years old, and it's 2018. So if you're watching this in 2020, I'm a little bit older now, or 2050. If there is still such a thing as YouTube in 2050, and you're watching this, yes, at that moment in time, I'm 57. So yeah, the Running Gurus was a bit of a joke at the time, parody, and it is a bit of a light-hearted channel here, nothing too serious, and it's been going, and I really am grateful for you guys that do keep coming here each and every day. Whether this continues, who knows what's in the future? But all I do know is I really enjoy doing these each and every day, and I really do appreciate each and every person's comment, and I'll be giving a big shout out to some of you guys, but I've got to give a shout out to Gary and Chris from yesterday's vlog when I announced the winners of the competition. Yes, where is the prizes? Yeah, I've still got them here. Don't worry, guys. I'm going to post these out today. And whoa, they were quick off the mark sending their emails to me with the addresses. So I know you guys are terribly excited. I haven't decided who's getting what, so I'll pop in a post, and it'll be a surprise for you guys for Christmas. And a thank you to not just Chris and Gary for winning, but also a big thank you to all you guys who entered as well, and who do continue to watch. And even those who didn't want to enter, doesn't matter. Yeah, I just think it was a nice little thing to have a bit of fun, a bit of Christmas joy, and spreading some cheer. So I've got to say, because there's people from, I didn't realise, because I don't really tend to look at a lot of the analytics on YouTube. I'll just post this stuff for fun. Now I know there's some serious people out there who join YouTube for commercial reasons, and they go out there in a very aggressive manner and do all sorts of things to try and grow their fellowship and fellowship, readership, subscribership, and all that kind of stuff, which is great. If that's how they want to do it, that's fine. For me, I'm just a pretty cool, relaxed kind of guy, and I'll just go out there and run and share my running stuff. And obviously I'm on my journey now to the 2:54 Berlin Express. Woo woo! Yes, so there's a few people I wanted to give a shout out to, because some are new, and in terms of where they are in the world, it is quite surprising. So what I want to say is, you guys who are watching, feel free to leave some comments below, or message me via Instagram or Twitter at the Running Guru, and send me, because some people don't want to publicly say where they are, who, what, when, which I can understand, but there are some people here who who regularly leave comments and contribute and make me feel good, and I do feel really good when you leave positive comments. So down there below, leave the positive comments. But a few shout outs from around the world. I've got Aaron, I've obviously, being from England, I pronounce this in a different way, and obviously Mediterranean background, I may have a totally different dialect to everyone, so apologies if I mispronounce some of these names. But Aaron over in the US, Chicago, yeah, my kind of town, Chicago. Thomas from Germany, and I really do appreciate your comments, Thomas. I know that you're going through a lot of my old vlogs there and leaving some really good knowledgeable comments on there. And from your first run, I gather, Thomas, your first run was a 5k back in the 80s. So Thomas has been running quite a while. And Cole, my mate Cole, over in Yorkshire in England, I do love your comments, and I know you watch this every day, Colin, so it's fantastic that you do. And Joanne in Australia, who was running her first half marathon in Adelaide, I think, in Australia, the other weekend. I hope it went well for you, Joanne. Leave some comments below how you got on, and do share the love across Australia. And obviously Annette in Brazil, who left the comment saying it was too hot for Christmas jumpers in Brazil. Now that's a country I've not been to. I've not been to Australia either. And so I'd really love for you guys over in Australia and Brazil to share the joy of the running guru across the globe and across your country and globe. And maybe you could be my ambassadors, maybe, you know, like Ferrero Rocher. Do we share chocolate and stuff? Ambassadors of the running guru around in Australia and Brazil, Southern Hemisphere. Which reminds me, here in the Northern Hemisphere, it's not long till we come to the shortest day. I can't remember exactly what date. Sometime in December, the shortest day, and then the days will get longer and the sun will be rising. Last but not least, Consuela in Canada. Thank you so much for the comments. And obviously there's a lot more people, but those are some of the regular commenters on some of the old vlogs. I know that people are going through the old vlogs, and maybe you have a favourite. Maybe you'd like to do me a favour. Do you have a favourite? Leave some comments below of what your favourite is of me vlogs, and it could be a race vlog or one of my tips, hints, or if you've got numerous ones. But what is your one favourite one? Leave your comments below. So I think it's time for me to have a little breather and have a quick sip. So as I was saying, in terms of those guys, this is a global channel, yes? The internet, it's all over the world. So leave your comments below. Where in the world are you? And what are you looking from me in this channel? So I was going to start talking about getting started in running. I know I've been wittering on for a while, so yes, on the serious matter, I know a lot of you guys are already running, and I'll be doing some vlogs later this week on for those who've already started with the running and those who are looking to improve, and obviously those who are looking for really super fast times. And fast is a relative word, you know, from running a sub 6 marathon, sub 5, sub 4, sub 3, and so on and so forth. I'll be going through some of the things of where we can help get our mojos back. But are you looking to start to get into running? I've got some simple, what I would call common sense, straightforward tips, and it's more about how I started running. So if I go through how I started running, and maybe you'll find that relatable, and then you might go out there and take your first steps into running, yeah, the running world. So for me, how I got into running, and it was one that I really reluctantly got into, but I saw a post on YouTube of a friend of mine who has who's chairman of a charity here in the Midlands in England, and he was looking for volunteers for a half marathon race in Birmingham to raise some money for their charity. Now at the time, if you've been watching, I'm very much into activity, and I was already an active person with just walking, yeah, that was my main activity, walking, and occasionally I'll go to the gym and do some yoga or Pilates. What was the other one? Spin classes I'd be doing, but running, no way, because being an old geezer, I was in my mid-50s at the time, no way, because it would hurt my knees, ankles and all sorts of stuff. So I reluctantly volunteered to do this half marathon as part of being active and keeping active. Now I hunted high and low. Oh, I got a little itch. Oh, excuse me. Ooh, oh, that itchy nose. I need another drink. So I did say to John Hibbs that, yeah, I'll have a go. Sent a private message to him, but I didn't publicly say that I'll be doing the Birmingham Half Marathon. And at the time I had some beat up old training shoes. I can't remember which brand it was, but it was definitely none of the big ones. It was something that I bought from a hiking store, and it was more for walking. Yeah, so I'd walk to and from work each day. So wherever I've worked across the world, I always try and find some accommodation, hotel, Airbnb, whatever, within about a 30-minute walk of the office that I'd be working. So I would be walking into work each and every day, about 25 minutes, 30 minutes walk into work, to and from work. So I was already what I regarded as relatively active. So that was my activity, just walking. So I had these training shoes, and they weren't, as I say, any of the big brands. They weren't running shoes. I've got to stress, they weren't running shoes or sold as running shoes. They were just comfortable trainers. So maybe you have a pair of comfortable trainers that you're comfortable to walking and do what I done, and I literally just stepped out the door and I thought, let's go for a run. Yes, let's go. And off I went. Whoosh. And then I ran a sub-4 marathon, no problem. No, no, it's nothing like that at all. It was an absolute disaster. Literally within minutes of me going out from the front door, there was a park about 800 yards down the road, and literally I just got to there, and I just felt pain in my chest, and my knees were hurting and my ankles were in pain, and I literally just got to a park bench, sat down and was wheezing. And I definitely had no Garmin or anything, no watch. I wasn't even using my mobile phone to track it. I just went out and thought, let's see how I feel. And I felt awful, absolutely awful. And to the point where a lady came up to me in the park and asked me, am I okay? And I was sort of wheezing. I said, yeah, I'm fine, you know, but I probably didn't look fine. But and then I just walked back, and I promptly messaged John Hibbs and says, no, can't do this. It's painful, it hurts me, I can't run, and so I'll just stick to me walking. And he sent me a link of a someone's blog. I think it was some guy in the US. I can't remember exactly. I might dig out what that blog was. And it was about when you do these races, it's not about the time that you're finishing. It's just about finishing and how we get to the finish line. And I read a few things, and something went into my head. And I thought, well, actually, yeah, let's have another go. So a few days later, I went out again. And I went out maybe a little easier. Maybe I went out a bit too hard. I don't know, because I had no Garmin. I had no idea what paces I was going at. So I went out again just for a few minutes. I think I must have been out for about 7 or 8 minutes, jogging around the block, past the park, came back, and felt okay. And I messaged John, and I says, okay, I'm going to go for it. And I said, right, let's go for it. And whether I walk, jog, run, whatever, I'm going to do this half marathon. And I think I had it, so it's from June, so I had about 5 months, 4 to 5 months training. It's about 16, 18 weeks training. So I went to the, and it was a Great Run series organised half marathon. So I went on the Great Run website and downloaded a beginner's training plan for a half marathon. And this training plan, and I'd highly recommend doing that. There's loads of training plans out there. I might put one together myself, but it will just be a copy and paste from other people's things, so it's pretty standard. You can go to the Great Run series, and you can. I'm sure they still do. I've not looked recently. I haven't looked for about over 2-3 years, to be honest. There's plans on there for all different types of levels. But one thing I would highly recommend is not, as your first race, if you're going to do some races or whatever, is not to sign up for a marathon. Yeah, that's just my view. Don't sign up for a half marathon as your first race, unless you're signing up for it, saying 12 months in advance, 12 months, 18 months. And like my friend Lawrence, who started running about 18 months ago, he's still not thinking of doing a marathon. He ran his first half marathon the other month, and we managed to pace him and got him under 1:45. I thought maybe me in the Santa gear helped him get along, but I wouldn't recommend doing a marathon as your first race, but slowly build up to it. You know, as the saying often goes, is how do we eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Yeah. So I downloaded a beginner's training plan for the half marathon. And I think personally, looking back, maybe I was, you know, because I was relatively active and really fit, I was able to do that in a good time. But it wasn't my first race. My first race was a 10k race. Well, I say race, I ran it, and I had a goal of getting under an hour, and I managed to get in under an hour. So that was part of my training to get up to that. I think with the beginner's training plan on the website to do with the Great Run series, it was all about time. Just go out, run for 5 minutes, walk for 10 minutes, run for 15 minutes. And then there it talked about rest days. All I was doing was 3. And I'll talk about later in a week about 3 runs a week. That's all you need to do for any type of race. Seriously, you know, there's websites out there. You don't need to be out there 6-7 days a week running to complete these races. You don't need to run every day. If that's what you want to do and it works for you, fantastic, carry on. But 3, that's all I've done. 3. Yeah, you got that? 3 runs a week. Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. Yeah, Sunday was my long run, and when you go on the Great Run, you can say which day you prefer the long run, and that's how you put the plan together. Now, I just make my plan as I go along. You know, for me, the foundation is the long runs for marathon running, and as I said, I recommended don't sign up for a marathon as your first race. If you do, let me know. Leave some comments below. Did you sign up for a marathon as your first race? What races did you sign up to get you started running? How did you start running? So basically that's how I started running, and I would highly recommend, as I say, you don't need to go out and do all the things you need to do. You definitely don't need Garmin's, watches. And what I did do is I downloaded an app on my mobile just to record the trainings that I was doing, and there's loads of free apps on there that you can use, and yeah, there's loads. Yeah, I won't bore you with how many there are, but there is a lot, and that's all I was using was the phone to record that. And then for me, I was literally just posting on the social media and sending them to John Hibb saying, how am I doing, because I had no idea how I was doing, and he kept encouraging me, and that was great. So if you want to share how you're getting on as a beginner runner, if you are a beginner or considering starting running, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you and see how you're getting on. But as I've said, in terms of getting started, you don't need to invest in loads of new kit, equipment, running shoes or anything like that for getting started. Obviously, what I'll be covering in some of the later vlogs this week is once you've started, how we progress into the next stages. So hopefully you found this useful in some way. I've no idea how long I've been talking, and I don't think I'll edit any of this out because that's how I do my vlogs. I know a lot of people, they continually chop, change, edit, add some music, all that kind of stuff. I like just talking to you. Well, I'm talking to the camera, but talking to you guys who tune in each and every day watching this, and hopefully you do find this useful. If you do know of anyone who's thinking of getting started in running, maybe you'd like to share this with them and let them have a look and see how to get started as well. And if you are getting started yourself, or you have started and you're looking for some other hints and tips to help you progress and move along, then leave some comments below of what you'd like to hear about, and I'll talk about those topics as well. At the end of the day, I still regard myself as a novice beginner. Whilst I've been going, it's now 3 years, almost to the month, when I completed my first half marathon. That's right, half marathon, 3 years ago. And now running 3:06 marathons, and I'm hoping to run faster for my next spring one and qualify for the Berlin Marathon on the 2:54 Berlin Marathon Express. So thank you all so much for the time of watching this. I hope you've enjoyed it and found it useful. If you have, give it a thumbs up and maybe consider subscribing as well if you are new, and leave some positive comments below, and I'll see you tomorrow where I'll be talking about the next steps of going in running and maybe how we can get our mojos back if we have lost our mojos. Thank you. I've been Donato, the running guru, closing that. And whatever you do, wherever you are, keep on running! Yeah, 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 yeah! Woo! Ah. Oh. Wow, guys, it's I think I need lunch already, yeah. I'm hungry. It was a good run this morning. Ooh, I think I forgot to edit in that clip from this morning where it was positively warm. It was 9 degrees where I was today. 9 degrees, yeah, considering it was freezing cold. So lovely, lovely warm weather here, and I had a great run this morning outside.
Good morning, Grooners. Yes, it's Tuesday morning. It's still dark, but do you know what? It's a balmy 9 degrees Celsius, which is positively tropical for here in December, which I'm really grateful for. So I'm going to be out on my training run today, outside. Yeah, I hear you say. So yes, looking forward to this. Head off to the gym, get changed, and then run. Ladies. So just getting to the gym now, and yeah, apart from it being a bit windy, it's an absolutely gorgeous morning. So can't wait for this little run. So yeah, let's go.
It's so good to be running outside. So thank you again. See you guys later. Hope you enjoyed that little clip of me being outside, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.